Speak to Armin Georgian. Hello to you, Armin. First of all, what is the humanitarian situation at the moment in Mariupol?
Well, we've heard the WHO regional director speaking about how Mariupol is one of the most difficult points to access, even though the WHO has provided medical help in many affected areas. But he was saying Mariupol is pretty much the most, certainly one of the most difficult areas to get into. The mayor of the city says says around 5,000 people are dead. Of course, many more injured. This is a city that had a population of about 400,000 before the war. It's now only about a quarter of that. As for where the fighting is focused on, it's here in Azovstal, which is the industrial part of the town facing the Sea of Azov in the south of the city. It was very interesting to listen to a separatist leader, pro-Russian leader in the Donbas, saying that according to him, the reason why this is so difficult here is that there are underground levels that were built during the Soviet period, several underground stories in this industrial area, which makes it very hard for the attackers to bomb the defenders out. Aerial bombing doesn't work, obviously, when you've got lots of stories underground and defenders heavily entrenched. So the idea is to essentially starve them out in a classic siege. But this pro-Russian separatist leader was saying he actually couldn't say if and when the siege of this area would be broken or not. So as Rob Parsons said, yes, the plan is probably in about a week to launch a major Russian offensive to free up the Russian troops that are currently engaged in this battle here, but no guarantee that that will actually happen in the next week.
Yeah, and Armin, tell us a bit more about why Mariupol is so strategic.
Well, it is a symbolic target, of course, because it's been such a focal point of the fighting. It is a place of huge suffering for civilians, as I alluded to. In the big strategic picture, Will, what we've got here is, if you look at Mariupol, so it is essentially between the Donbas and Crimea. So if Russian forces want to link up between the Crimea and the Donbas, this is not always accurately called the land bridge idea, but anyway, this is something that was speculated on a lot before the war, that Russia would try to create a connection between Crimea and the Donbas. That requires being in control of Mariupol, so that is why it is still, weeks into this war, such an important target for Russia.
All right, Armin, thank you very much. France 24's foreign editor Armin Georgian.